Oh, get ready, get ready, get ready. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh, yeah, it's me. It's your boy, the Louisiana Country Boy, coming at you live once more again with another episode of my worthless 2 cents table talk. Oh, I told y'all. I don't know. She trying to hide over there. But I told y'all. Woo! That it was coming. And guess what? It's here. It is here. It is here. It is here. Welcome to another episode of the Table Talk. Yes. And I have a special guest at the table. I have a special guest at the table. She is the founder, owner, creator of Luv Jones. Luv Jones. Luv Jones. Yes. Yes, she is. And guess what? She's going to tell y'all all about it. She came here today, and I am honored. I am honored to have her. She's going to tell her story, her way, just how she wants to do it. So, old country boy going, as he always say, sit back, relax, put on your headgear. Oh, Sister Jones, Luv Jones, put something in their ear. Have your way, my friend.
Hello, everyone. My name is Shenedra Jones, the new owner, founder of Luv Jones. I'm from Ridge, Louisiana, small country town girl by way of Oak Ridge, Louisiana. I am the daughter of the late Billy and Emma Jones. May God rest their souls. Um, I don't know where you want me to take it from here. What you?
You look at Miss Jones. You can take it. And y'all, she didn't want to show her face. Now I don't know why she feeling like that. That's okay. If y'all just chunk them comments and tell her to get on the screen because y'all sick of looking at my ugly face. But look here, it's wherever you want to go. It is this. There is no where that I want you to start. This is not a platform where I sit up here and I don't ask no questions because I ain't got no questions written down. I really don't. This is just basically this. It's your story. I can't tell your story. I can't share any part of your journey. It is where you are and what you feel. What you feel. And as I tell anybody before they come here, whatever's on your heart. Because guess what? It's your journey, it's your story, and it's what's on your heart and what you want to share.
Okay. Well, since I named the business in honor of my parents, I would start from there. Um, I lost my mom at a very, very young age. I lost her at 16, but I was 16 years old when she passed, but I was 12 years old when she became sick. When she first she had her stroke on her 40th birthday. I'll never forget that. Me and my family, we love seafood, and for my mom's 40th birthday, we my dad and all of her kids, we decided to make her seafood for her birthday. We went all out. She had fish, shrimp, the whole nines, and she couldn't eat none of it.
Wow.
Absolutely none of it. So this was a Saturday. The Sunday, now we were in church, sun up, sundown, 5, 6 days out of the week. Like, we never missed a day. Like, unless we was, in our school activities,
Right.
we never missed a day from church. Like, if it was a church to be attended, we were there. So this Sunday, we get to Sunday school, and as we was going to our classes, well, I will start from when we first arrived at church. Now, my mom, she was kind of lagging. We can tell that her right side was starting to lag and showing the signs of a stroke.
Right.
And as we was changing classes, she tell our pastor that she was like, Pastor, I think I had a stroke. And he was like, oh, Emma, you ain't had no stroke. You gonna be okay. Well, she wasn't okay. We
Wow.
get so we go home after the first Sunday service, and she still wasn't feeling better, but she was pushing through. She was pushing through, and that Sunday evening at our second service, she she passed out.
Oh wow.
She passed out at church, and she had to be rushed to the hospital. Well, from there, she was rushed to Shreveport. She had not only did she have a stroke, she also had a tumor on her brain.
Mm.
So she had to go in and have immediate surgery. I'll never forget this. Like we was out of school for some reason, but I still had a basketball game to attend that one day that following week. Even though I attended the basketball game, I didn't dress out. The coach knew what was going on, that my mom was in the hospital and she had to have brain surgery. And that day before I went to the game, I'll never forget, my mom called us and she was telling us that, she was basically saying her last goodbyes.
Oh wow.
She was telling us how much she loved us, how proud of us she was of us, and it was hard on us. It was a very, very hard time on us, the whole family. So she had her surgery, and she did well. Like, even the doctor was astounded about how well she pulled through. Like, she woke up from her surgery and she asked for something to eat. And the doctor was like, what, huh? Like, this is like, I've never, in all the years of me doing brain surgery, like, I've never had a patient to wake up and ask for food.
Wow.
So she was doing like so good, like healing well. And I'll say like a couple of months later, I say 3 to 6 months later, we found out she has breast cancer.
Oh wow. Wow.
So she has to have a mastectomy, and she, oh my God, she my mom was very strong. Like, she pushed through, like, God, man, she was a very strong lady. So she had that surgery, and she didn't break down from having that surgery until her hair started to fall out from the chemo and radiation treatments.
Mm.
I never forget, one day she came home from her treatments, and even though after they had to cut a big patch of her hair to do the brain surgery, she still had all her luscious, long, beautiful hair.
Wow.
And after, when she started the treatment, like, one day she came home and she ran her hands through it, and it just started to come out in her hands, and she just broke down. She had to cut all her hair off, and she did it in front of us. She cut it off in front of us, and it it was I say again, it was a very, very tough moment for our family. But even still, my mama persevered. She pushed through. Like, she still did for herself up until she couldn't.
Right.
Like, up until, like, she was driving. She was basically paralyzed on her right side. That was her dominant side. She was still driving.
Wow.
She would still take us. We was still getting to church. Like, it didn't stop her until it stopped her.
Wow.
And I like to tell people that even though when my mom got sick in 2003, into the year 2000, she passed in 2003. I like to tell people that even though my dad was still here in the present, we lost our dad too.
Wow.
So it took my dad years, I mean, years for us to, to see our dad, come through again, because even though he tried his best. Oh God. But we was lost. We
Right.
were all lost without my mom. Like she was our pillar. Like she was, we just didn't know what to do. We was all so lost. So I say, I don't know. I like I said, it did take a long time for our dad to come back around. But when he did start to come back around, he got sick.
Mm.
But he hid it, or well, he he hid it. We knew he was sick. We just didn't know the extent of it,
Right.
because when my siblings would take him to the doctor, I don't know if he told the doctor not to say what was really going on with him while they were in there with him, but all we knew was that he was having back pain. Because he had a four-wheeler, a three-wheeler accident, four-wheeler, some kind of accident when I was a young girl, and he was starting to, we thought he was starting to experience, you know, complications from that.
Right.
But no, like I say the 2000 around 2017, honestly, is
Wow.
when I can say I realized my dad, was starting to get sick.
Wow.
And also around 2017, I started to go through custody battle. My oldest two girls, I let them go to with their dad to Chicago, and from 2016 until we put my dad in the ground in 2019. I didn't lay my eyes on my kids
Wow.
unless it was a picture.
Wow. Wow.
So it was a very hard, stressful time, because he knew he was sick,
Right.
but he wouldn't voice it. He would give out little hints here and there. That, oh, like one day we was on the phone and he say, you need to get my babies home. And like that, I'm trying. He was like, he was like, I'm getting sick and I may not be here long. And I was like, don't talk like that. I was like, that's why you need to, do what the doctor is saying, and take your meds, and just comply with the doctor. But he was like, he may not be here long and all that. He was give us hints and stuff, but he would just never say that I'm outright sick, I'm dying.
Wow.
So in 2019, we buried my dad. And, you know, life has just been coming left and right. And it has not been hard. My custody battle lasted up until last year.
Wow.
It started in 2017 and then end up until last year.
Wow. Wow. I don't mean to cut you off, but I'm just just hearing what you're saying from your mom, then your dad, then going through um, at the same time after that, then going through the a custody battle. That had to be a tremendous amount of stress, a tremendous amount of digging um, in faith. Um, I just that is one of the reasons that not knowing all the story, but one of the reasons that I admire you for just the strength and the courage, because that's a lot. That's a lot, and I think that a lot of people don't realize that some of us be smiling on the outside, but boy, we be toe up from the flow up on the inside.
Yes. I've been putting on a smile, but I've been fighting depression, anxiety. Like my blood pressure has been so high to where I could have stroked out and had a heart attack. I don't even know how I was honestly, I don't even know how I was still functioning with my blood pressure. It was the last time, and this was just like a month ago. It was like 183 over 120, no, over 123 or something like that. It was
Wow.
extremely high. And I may have an enlarged heart. Like it's like this has stressed me out to no end. But I'm still pushing.
Yes.
And
Yes.
if I wasn't here today telling this story, I'm pretty sure a lot of people would know. And I've with losing my mom and like that then I like me and my younger sister Grace, we were good at basketball. She was better than me. I give her that, but we were good at basketball, like very passionate about it. But when my mom passed in 2003, we both lost passion. Like we still played because there was our distraction,
Right.
but we didn't care about it. Like we lost our we really lost our way when my mom died. Like it was hard. Like it still is hard.
Right. Right. And I say that same thing, and I never, I hear a lot of people tell people how they should deal with it and when they should get over it. That's something that I would never, that would never come from my mouth from telling somebody how to deal with a loss. And I don't, for me personally, just me, it's not one that you ever get over. I think you just learn how to cope with it as time goes
Hmm.
on.
Yes, because I still cry for my mom. Like there is, yeah. I hate Mother's Day. Like I hate holidays. I celebrate them because I have my kids.
Right.
But thank God for my kids. Thank God for God. Thank God for Him because honestly, without Him, I I don't believe I would be here today because it was like even with my health issues, like honestly, without God, I shouldn't be here. Like I honestly should have stroked had at least I should have at least had two, 3 strokes by now.
Wow.
With the way my blood with how high my blood pressure has been, like it, yeah.
Wow. And it's true. Those are those things. And but I will say this is that, you had that foundation. You
Mhm.
talked about earlier about your mom was, there you was going to church and she was taking, even when I was a little boy, my mom was taking me. I might not have been learning nothing from her,
Yes.
but the fact of she was creating and building that foundation. And I say
Yes.
that so much today is what I see is that a lot of this world doesn't have that stable foundation anymore.
You're right.
Um, that foundation of you understood that the rock, or let me say this, the root. When you think of a tree, the thing that holds that tree
Yes.
Root.
Yes.
That's what stabilizes, and that's in this life. A lot of our trees now have been uprooted,
Mm-hmm.
um, and that is so very powerful. So very, what your mom instilled in you, what she instilled in you, your mom, your dad, what was instilled in you is what's keeping you.
Yes. That's exactly it. Because who if they wouldn't have instilled Christ in me, going to church and all of that, to know God for yourself, you know, you they can pray for me all day, but I had to learn to pray for myself.
Yes,
Like it's been hard. Like my faith has wavered. I am not going to lie about that. It has not been easy. I have been very mad at God at times, and I have questioned him, why my parents. And I know we're not supposed to question God, but I, I'm still healing. He's not done with me yet,
right, right.
because oh, it has not been easy.
And I'm gonna tell you this, and this just me. It's just me and how I feel about it. Um, them folks that say what you shouldn't and should not do, they ain't never been sitting in your shoes. Um, there are a lot of folks, that well, you shouldn't get mad. Let me tell you something. If you human and you real, if you human and you real, that's the other part. Real. If you real, then sometimes you get mad, you get upset, you be like, okay, God, whoo. Um, and that's emotion. You know, I compare it like this. This me. If there's something, and sometimes as we grow up and we don't understand our parents and we can get upset with them, in God our daddy, and he the one because he knows. And I think some people are like, well, you shouldn't get upset. Well, I don't understand. That's me.
Right.
I just like I don't understand. So you telling me I'm just supposed to sit here calm? Maybe you can sit there calm. Maybe you can sit
Yes.
there while it look like the world turning upside down, and you can just twiddle your thumb. But I can't.
Yes.
Um,
Because I definitely question, like why did you take my mom so young? We were so young. But I do know that there's a message in
yeah,
everything that he's taken me through, everything he's taken me through now. I
yeah,
know there is a message. I know there's greater in the end. I have faith, and that is what has been getting me through. If
yeah.
it has not been for my faith, I don't know where I would be, because
That's
like I'm pretty sure a lot of folks has heard of my the late Jolie Spencer. Like he was my pastor growing up. God rest his soul. And
wait a minute. Hold up.
yes.
Jolie was your pastor.
Yes.
You better quit it.
So you already know.
I know. Oh, okay. He gonna make look. That's the little thing you did not know. Yes.
Yes. So
Get out of here.
yes.
Wow. Okay. Honest to God, I did not know that. Oh wow.
Yes. So he was a monster. Like he was a, oh yes, Mighty Joe. That's what they called him in the pulpit.
Wow. Wow. I had no idea. Wow.
Yes.
Wow. Look, it's very rare that you can wow the old country boy. You just wow me. Wow. Get out of here.
So, as you can imagine,
Yeah.
it you know, I was taught a lot, but I've lost a lot too,
Right.
because I've lost my way. I'm trying to get back to that place, because I'm realizing that I can't do life without God.
Mm.
I just can't. You pick up bad habits here and there, but you can't replace God. You can't be God. And I just be happy when I know that I'm back in that place, back in connection, like with how I know I should be with God.
Right. And and it is I don't know. For me, it was a step by it's a process. Um, it is a process, and you take those steps to get back. And the one thing that requires that I say is you just gotta want to.
Yeah.
That's and that's what a lot of people miss is that you just have to want to get there.
Hmm.
You have to want to build that relationship. Um, this world, in my opinion, just my opinion, is meant to for us to sever that relationship. I think that this world is set up for us to sever that, to not have that, to shake our faith.
Yes.
Everything comes to shake it.
Hmm.
Um, but for me, the understanding is though, even though it comes to shake it, the foundation still remains. Well, I go back to that thing. Even though it may be shaken, the foundation stays the same.
Yes, it does.
And the things that we go through, and that's the learning. That's the when I tell you when I said that thing about why you can't get mad, why you can't do these things, is because when you do that, and then but you're doing it because I want to answer from the one and only person that can give me that answer.
Yes.
And as we build, what I have discovered for myself is that he shows us.
Hmm.
This was what I couldn't show you back then because let me tell you something. If I'd have shown you back then, you couldn't even handle it. I'm gonna tell you right now, because if I'd have showed you where I was finna take you and what it was gonna take to get you there, you would have detoured. You'd have
Yeah.
just been like,
I say God ain't through with me yet, but I'm definitely not where I used to be.
right.
And I
That's
thank
it.
God for that.
That's it. And
Because
that is it right there. Is understanding that every day we're just growing. Every day
yes.
we're getting stronger, we're getting wiser, and we're getting closer.
Hmm.
Um, I don't know what some folks think that you don't never slip. I don't know who them folks is. I'm telling you right now.
I don't know either.
I don't know who them holy rollers is, but whoever. If I was to go to the casino, I'm gonna take them holy rollers with me because they know
Yes.
because there's folks that think that oop, you ain't gonna never slip. They them good at two shoes. Oop, you ain't gonna no, oh no.
Yes.
Them good at two shoes, and they out there. And what them good at two shoes don't understand is that every day you got to want to. Every
Yes.
day you got to want to. Every day you got to push. Every day you got to move the mud out the way just to see the sidewalk.
Yes.
And while you up here telling me ain't no mud and why I should look, see them the ones you want to be like, look,
Like,
you know. But what I feel is people miss is to encourage people on the walk. Don't discourage.
yes, like I'm already judging myself. I don't need judgment from you too. You know, I'm coming to you for help. To help lighten my burden. Just for a listening ear,
Right,
not put more on me. Now I'm good for construction criticism, but don't don't beat me down while I'm already down.
right. And that's
And
not of them, boy.
yes,
It's so many folks. What they call that thing? I said that before. It's about that stick in your eye to pick. You know that one they talk about where you got the, you got the plank in yours, but I got the speck in mine, and you trying to tell me about my speck, and you got a big old plank in yours. How you? But it's and I wish that those would understand. As I say, we all on this journey. We all on this journey together. We all got our own separate stories
yes,
as we on this journey. But it is to encourage one another. It is to support one another. is to uplift one another. Bottom line, am I my brother's keeper? Yes, I am. I'm not my brother's beater. I'm my
Right.
brother's keeper. But there are some that want to, ooh, Lord, you might look what I say, some folks you go talk to before you get to the house, you talk to them at the barbershop before you get to the house, everything you done said gonna
Everybody,
meet you there.
yes, and which is a, and it's sad to say, but that's a lot of reason with the church today.
Ooh,
Ugh, and there's so much. That's a big reason why the children of my generation have swayed away. Because you out here doing all that you doing, but just because I come up a teen pregnant, teen mom, oh, my life is over. I'm going to hell. God is not, but you're not saying what you're doing. I know the passage. I know you're human. I don't knock that, but don't knock. No sin is greater than the next.
come on now. Come on. Miss Jones, tell them that again. Cause I'm gonna close my mouth because they don't want to hear from me. Wait a minute, hold on.
No, no sin. It's just real. No sin is greater than the next. So don't come. We all have our faults.
Wait. Does that let me see here? Does that mean that if I lied on my taxes, it's just as bad as cheating?
It sure is.
Oh, did I didn't say that. Oh.
It sure is. A lie is a lie. you know. So we all, out here out here sinning. Just be real about what you do. That's all.
I think some people, and I don't know, just in old country opinion, some people want to shine a light on yours so the light don't shine on theirs.
Pretty much.
They don't want to. No, don't look at what I've been doing, but look at that's that thing again. Well,
Hmm.
this that you doing is so terrible. But the thing is, are you teaching me and helping me to be better?
Right.
Or are you out here criticizing me and knocking me down?
Right. People everybody like to say is that's why you should know the word for yourself, but isn't that why I'm in church?
Hmm.
For you to help me learn. You know, I want to. I have my understanding, but I want to have a better understanding.
Yes. Yes. And that's difficult, and I hear what you're saying, and that how for me and what I have experienced is that, and I tell it all the time. I think personally, for me, the pandemic was a wonderful thing. I think it was a wonderful thing because I think for me, it exposed so many fakeness that was going
It
on in the world.
it did.
I think it just put the fakeness out there,
It did.
and I ain't calling nobody out. I'm just saying if you had a per se a building, because that's not the church. If you had a building where the biggest thing in that building was the music ministry and the praise dancing and all of that, but you were not feeding your sheep, as I always say, Jesus, what he say? Do you love me? Feed my sheep. If you were not feeding my sheep, and all you had was the music that got them dancing, or they had them hand clapping, and that was it, and then you could get up there and you could just whatever, but you wasn't really feeding.
Mm-hmm.
You wasn't feeding. You wasn't feeding the sheep. So when the pandemic came, now you didn't have a choice because you didn't have all that the glitz and the glam and all the hot stuff going on. So now
Yeah.
you had to really feed, but you hadn't
Mm-hmm.
been feeding.
Yes.
You hadn't been feeding. You hadn't been feeding. So now they looking at you going like because all the fakeness and all that other stuff was gone now. Now what you gonna
Yeah.
do? Now what you gonna do? Now For me, God just said, all right, I'm finna bring. He said, let the wheat and the tares grow together. And that day, I'm gonna do the separate. Pandemic was a separate.
It definitely did its job.
It was separate. And that's for us too. A lot of folks would. A lot of it came out. A lot of people were just going there for that. That's what they were going for. They were just going to get the clapping on and get the dancing on and get the music on, but didn't get a word exposed.
Yes.
And as you say, we each and every, if you want to know, something, you have to discover it for yourself. If you want to
And
know,
that's so
I
true.
want to know
Yep.
something, I have to discover it for myself.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the realness of it. In your man, I tell you the journey that you have been on, the amazing journey. It is, I say amazing because it if you've gone through that, if you've gone through those things, those difficult times, those hard times, those heartbreaking times, can you imagine what he has in store? Because I consider it all just, he's testing, building up your endurance.
That's all he's been doing. I don't know what it is that he's trying to tell me, but I'm here for him to work with me so he can let me know, guide me through my journey,
Yes.
because I know he's not taking me through all this just to lead me astray.
Right, 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 right. I just said that. Look, he brought me too far. He brought me too far. He
Yes.
ain't finna drop me off now. He ain't brought me too far. I just, woo.
Yes.
If you don't carry me through, if you don't carry this whole song going through, well, yes, yes, yes.
Yes.
I said it the other day. Weeping may endure for a night, but
But
joy,
yes, for joy, it comes in the morning.
it comes in the morning. It comes in the morning.
It may not be the morning that you want it,
Come on
but it's
now.
coming.
That's the part right there.
Yes.
That's the part.
And that's what been keeping me. Like I know greater is coming.
Yes.
I'm going through it now, but I know it's coming. I'm keeping my faith because it is life has not been easy for me nor my family, and I just thank God for His grace.
And that is so amazing. When you can get to that point, and again, all that's a process. When you can get to that
Mhm.
point of being grateful, I think what was it said? Basically, like smiling through the pain and understanding His grace, and understanding those words that I heard years ago, that His grace is sufficient.
Yes,
Until you've been tested in it, Miss Jones, until you've been tested in it,
yes,
until you have been tested in it, until your feet done hit the fire. When your feet have hit the fire, you've been tested in it. And that's the only point that you can ever say His grace is
yes.
sufficient.
I definitely can say it. His grace is sufficient because God, ooh, I thank Him. I really do thank Him.
And and this, I'm gonna tell you that He doesn't, He never will leave us or forsake us. And that I know for sure. And what I also know is that for anybody who's not prepared for this, it ain't something that we welcome. I ain't finna sit up here and lie. I ain't finna sit up here like, oh yes, that is not something that we welcome. The ones that He has molded like this and got like, I got this special stuff. He got something for everybody, but some
Yes,
of us He got this special thing for. And let me tell you, when that thing is for you, there's some things that you go through.
Yes.
There's some, ooh, there's some times, and there's some things that you endure that you be like, I don't want. Now I'm good.
Yes.
I'm good. I'll sit over here. Look, what is it? I ain't even got to eat at the table. Can I just have the crumbs? Look, because them,
Yeah.
because them that have the crumbs don't really have to do. They ain't even got to set up in the kitchen. They ain't got to go through the heat of the kitchen. They just grabbing the crumbs off the table. But for those that want to sit at the table, you, you,
Yes. I
you,
want that table. I don't want just the seat. I want the table too. Like I'm not to be greedy. Not to be greedy.
right?
Because but I'm just saying what I want for me. What because I know what I'm capable of, what God has in store for me.
Yes,
I know there is better.
yes.
I know it.
And when you just said that, what just popped in my mind is this right here. There are two things in hmm, going through this journey of life. There's two things that can happen to you. Okay, one is either you can get bitter or you can
Yes.
get better.
Cause it's easy to get better.
Hmm.
Oh, it's so easy. And I'm still learning forgiveness.
Oh.
I'm still I'm still learning forgiveness. But I, it's hard.
and I'll tell you this. I'll give you this little old country thing right here. The thing that's the hardest will be the area that you'll be tested, because that's where your strength has to be built up. So when you say that forgiveness is one of them things that you're dealing with,
Yes.
understand this: you're gonna have a lot that comes because what is building up, if your is your ability to be like, okay, I forgive. It ain't. Whew, it's not an easy task, but I'm telling you, if you just keep on, he gonna build your endurance up to be able to do it.
Oh, he's doing it. He he's doing it. He's working in me. Like I feeling it. I feel him working in me. God has led. He's brought me a long way. Like I said, I'm not where I want to be,
Right.
but I'm not where I used to be. I battle depression, anxiety, but God is keeping me.
Yes.
He is keeping me.
And that's again that foundation that you have,
Mm-hmm.
foundation that has been placed there for here's the great thing about understanding that for me is this, is that foundation that was placed was, man, I don't even know your mom, I don't even know your dad, but I'll tell you this. Whew, that foundation that was placed for you
Yes.
wasn't for you, it was for your grandkids and your great grandkids,
Yes.
if that makes any sense.
It does.
That foundation, we think, but see, it was so every one of y'all would have something solid to step on.
Yes. I
That's
def
what, my God, ain't that something? Oh, if you just think about it, like what your mama was doing was not just for you.
it was necessary.
Mm, come on
It
now.
was necessary.
Oh, my God, that
Yes.
that 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 just gave me chills. I mean, and it did because
Listen, like they were strong, powerful. Like I thank God for my parents because I tell people all the time, if it wasn't for the upbringing I had, I don't know where I would be today. Like, oh, man, I thank God for him because
Yes.
I know. I tell people all the time, if it wasn't for my mom having me in church like she did, instilling God in me,
Yes.
I would have been in the streets. I know I would have. I'm very grateful, very very grateful. And to all the one, all you guys out there that you still have your parents, appreciate them.
Mm.
You only get one mom, you only get one dad. Appreciate them, forgive them, love them. Like, if I only had one day, one more day,
Come on. Come on.
like,
Come on.
y'all better love y'all parents.
Miss John, let me tell you, you know what I say you know what I say a lot of times? Get what I say. If I could get on the phone, if I could pick up this old thing right here and dial 318-247-3255.
Man.
Just one more
uh,
time.
just one more. Just one more hug, one more kiss, one more I love you. Like, you don't get them back. You don't
Yes.
get another chance. Like, appreciate your parents, love them. Like, they may get on your nerves, but you, oh well,
Mm.
they still here. My
See?
parents ain't here to get on my nerves.
Right.
You
I
know.
tell you. And you know, here's the thing that people miss. And I want to openly say this is that parenting, there is no book.
It's not.
There is no book. There is no
Mhm.
book. There is no script. Speaking personally, you can only do what you know to do.
Mhm.
You can only do what you know to do until you learn better.
Yes.
You can only give what you know to give until you can give better.
Yes.
I can't knock my mom and my daddy for what they gave. They gave the best that they had to give.
Yes.
Folks, whew, I'm going to leave that alone.
Baby, cause hindsight, we had the world. It
Hmm,
was six kids in my house, in our house, and we live in a 3 bedroom house. 6 kids, plus all the kids that my mom would welcome in, that our parents would welcome in our home. Like, but you couldn't tell from the outside looking in. People thought we live in a mini mansion.
hmm.
People, I remember my friends at school. They were like, "Ooh, y'all house big. Y'all got it now." I mean, they made it look that way. They open their doors for everyone.
Wow.
You need a place to stay. I'm not gonna let you sleep on the street. Come on in. Come on. You need some clothes. You need something to eat. Come on. But my mom was a substitute teacher, and my dad was a farmer.
Wow.
But you can tell us we didn't have it all. Like,
You know, what's crazy, Miss Jones, you know what it is? A lot of people want them things that's tangible,
yes,
but them ain't the things that make it. It's that thing called love.
yes.
See, you can't put a price tag on that, and I don't care how big the house is, or I don't care how fancy the car is.
Mm-hmm.
That ain't what love is.
It's not.
When you have that, what you had in that house,
Mm-hmm.
some you can't even buy at the store.
Man.
What you had in that house was something that everybody wants, but not everybody gets.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. It was so much love. It was chaos, but it was so much love.
And that's that again. Look at your foundation.
Yes.
Woo.
Strong foundation. From
Yeah.
my parents to my church family to, like, my village was big, like big. Like when they say it takes a village, it
Mhm.
definitely takes a village, and I thank God for for all of them because it's they definitely helped along the way.
And that's so important. What you said is so important. You know, I said that one. I said, we used to think, we used to say it a lot that it takes a village,
Hmm.
and everybody was in support of that until one village idiot got upset with everybody in the village and then caused chaos.
Yes,
But now we run around here in today's age, and everybody's wondering where's the village?
but
Where
we
is the village?
destroyed them.
Where is the village? You
We
know what?
destroyed them.
What we thought that what we thought we gonna dismantle this thing because it ain't that.
Hmm.
Well, I don't want you talking to my children to help me over
Yeah.
here. You can't do this, and then we wanted to destroy the village. Now when we see
Hmm.
chaos, it's like, who can we get the village back?
Hmm. Everybody's blaming everybody but themselves.
Come
You
on
know,
now.
it starts at home. You know,
Yes,
it starts at home. You got this the discipline and everything. You have to do it at home. You can't expect the teachers, the police officer, no authority. You know, to instill discipline in your kid if you're not doing it at home.
right.
That's it's not possible. It's just not possible.
Yeah, if you can't look, if they can't learn respect at home, why you think you're gonna send them off somewhere else and they're gonna have?
Yes, it's just that's not the way it works.
And that is, and I get it. We got so caught up in this world that this world told us, it had us out here thinking like we had to convince us that the biggest thing was to go and provide.
Hmm.
But it was making us believe that what we needed to provide was material.
Right.
So it had us out here working and running and working 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 hours and then leaving the youngers and the little ones to watch TV or whatever
Yes.
to raise themselves, learning from that
Hmm.
while we wasn't instilling nothing into them. And the very thing that I've seen is this is that when we have left ours for society to raise, society will turn their back.
Yes. Every time. Every single time.
Will turn it back. Will
Sad
turn it
case.
back.
Very sad case.
When we can get back to understanding, again, like I always say, that yes, am I my brother's keeper? I am.
Hmm.
When we can get back to loving each other, when we can get back to that foundation that you came upon,
Right.
we get back to that foundation.
Hmm.
See,
Unconditional love.
that's it.
Christ. That's it. Like you can't make it in this world without God. There is no life without God. And I'm slowly but surely coming back to that. It took me a long time. Like with everything I had going on, I was very mad. Very, very mad. You know, I know that I should be in church. I should have my children in church. But here I am, mad and blaming God because
Mm,
of what I'm going through, you know, instead of, leaning more on Him. I got a little resentment in me also, but it can't be that way.
mm.
And I'm slowly but surely turning myself around, thanking God, He's slowly but surely turning me around
Yes.
because life has been hard. And me trying to, heal myself, it's not possible. It's not possible.
Yeah, a lot of people think that the weekend. I was one of them good. I was one of them. I thought I could that. Yeah, sure. I'm from
Yeah.
the country. Look, I know if I can heal a wound, I can heal myself. I don't need, but it is not. You know,
Mhm.
and for me, it is coming to the point. It came to the point for this old boy right here when I understood that I had to submit. I had to just submit and say I can't. You know what? Because if I keep trying to do what I'm trying to do, I'm gonna lose my mind.
Yes.
Not only am I gonna lose my mind, but that connection thing when I say am I my brother's keeper is when I'm destroying me, I ain't
Hmm.
destroying me. When I'm destroying me and I want to just destroy myself. See what happens is when we think that I can just do this or I could just destroy my own self, what happens is when we explode, fragments go everywhere and hit everybody.
Yes.
We touch people.
Hmm.
So by thinking I got this and I can do me, you can't do you.
Yes.
You can't do you.
Yes.
Because somewhere somebody cares. And you just doing you and think you're doing you gonna affect them too.
Yes.
Man. And when we can, for me, when I said I got to get out of my own way, I got to move out of my way. Because what I'm
Yes.
doing is I'm standing here trying to figure it out. And God, let me tell you something. This is what I know for sure. If I'm trying to drive the car, God ain't finna grab the steering wheel.
Sure isn't. He gonna let you. He gonna let you keep driving. Oh, boy, man. Until you realize, and I've been. And what it's funny that you say that because I have dreams. Like some nights, like I'm driving, and as I'm driving, and I'm trying to brake, I cannot brake.
Mm,
I can't stop. I no matter how many trees I hit, how many cars I hit, I cannot stop. I I'm steady going on through. The only way I can stop is if I wake up.
mm.
No, I don't wreck. It's I don't know what God is trying to tell me in those dreams, but I it's a scary feeling. It is a scary, scary feeling.
Wow. What a he is such an amazing, amazing guy.
Yes,
I tell you, his and I said it before, I say it again. His grace is sufficient.
yes, yes,
Um, Now it's to just to hear your journey, your story, the grace that he has shown, and where you know you are not anywhere close to where you're going.
no, I'm
But
not.
Lord, I'm telling you, you look. If you don't see them old blossoming thing, what you call them old
I
roses when it
see it
good. Let me
in
tell
the
you,
concrete, a rose rising out the concrete because I'm slowly blossoming.
yes,
I'm slowly. I see it. I can see it, but I
yes.
just can't touch it yet. And I know when I can touch it, I'll be able to bless the world.
Hmm. Amen. Amen. Miss John, look here. We almost there. What I want you to do is I'm gonna shut up. I was supposed to shut up the whole while. I'm gonna put my tape back on, and I'm gonna whatever it is that you want to share, whatever it is, your message that you want to leave, um, this is your time. Just have your way, ma'am. I'm gonna sit over here and take my mouth up and shut up.
Okay, again, I want to thank you, Donnie, for having me on. I thank God for leading you to me. Like I told you when you contacted me, God has been speaking to me heavy lately, like to 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 speak on what I have been going through. Like my life, it had because it hasn't been easy, and I didn't want to write a long Facebook post. I didn't want to go live. And I just want to thank you for giving me this opportunity to get this out there. And like I was telling the people earlier, if you still have your parents here with you today, if you lost a parent, my condolences. But if you still have a mom or dad or both parents present in your life today, love on them. If your relationship is not good, forgive them. Like you only have one set of parents. You don't get them back when they're in that grave, and that's it. That is it. Trust God. Keep your faith. Life may be hard. You may just be going through depression and suffering from anxiety like me. Or, it could be worse, it could be better. But just keep trusting God. Don't give up. Keep pushing through. And I'm a living witness. God will keep you. I definitely don't look like what I have been through. I I definitely feel like I shouldn't be here today. I should not. But I thank God for keeping me. And you may have lost your faith, but please find your way back to God.
Yes,
Without God, you cannot make it in this life. I'm here. I'm a living witness to that. You cannot make it in this world without God. Learn Him, trust Him, get your relationship, your own personal relationship with God. You can't depend on no one else. You can't depend on no one else's prayer but yours. Just keep pushing.
yes, yes. Miss Jones, I man, I tell you, I was before the show. I'll tell you honestly, I was my gut was bubbling, and I was feeling like, whew, that there was something that was coming, that there was going to be a release tonight. I don't know. I just felt like it was going to be a healing tonight.
Yes.
Um, and I don't know if for me, if it's for you, if it's for anybody that may be listening. Um, but I know God is in the building.
Yes.
And when I say that, y'all, wherever you at right now, He's in the building.
Yes.
There is there's a shift that's happening.
It is, and I feel it.
Hmm.
I don't know where He's taking me, but I'm here for it.
Yes.
I'm ready. It's a little scary. I'm
I'm
not gonna lie. I'm very, very afraid,
Hey, look
but
here.
I'm
I'm gonna
ready.
tell you. Look here, Miss Jones. When I am, say go. Go.
Yes.
If you
It's
go
been
scared, go. If I
it's
am sending you, go. Go
it's
with
been
sweaty
hard.
palms. Go.
It's been hard listening, but I've been listening more, trusting God more. Like it's scary, but I'm here for it. I am ready.
um, and there is a. I'm telling you, there's a shift coming, y'all.
It is.
There's a shift coming. It's already started. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I get so, and this is just personal. I'm gonna tell y'all, just like she said, I get nervous when I do this because I truly, with all of me, know that God has breathed on this.
Mm-hmm.
And I also know that which is opening up and bringing in, which God has breathed on, that it's shaking the gates of hell.
Yes.
Because the enemy, which is within me, does not want does not want us to be healed, to be set free, to be
Mm-hmm.
united, does not want us to understand the true meaning of unconditional love, does not want us to understand about forgiveness. Don't want that.
Mm-hmm.
The enemy wants us to stay in chaos and confusion. So every time I'm blessed to come and God has opened this platform, yeah, I because I'll be like, whoo, all right, know it's finna come now.
Yes.
And the reason I can tell you, Miss Jones, is when I am says go, is go. The reason I can tell you that is because when you walk, even though it might be scary, he got you. I'm speaking personally, he got you. Them old things that might come, they can't do nothing to you.
Right.
But they just coming like them old boogie, 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 boogie. You know, when you
Yes.
go to that, like hot, what that hot thing is, it Halloween thing, the boogie that jump out, it ain't even real. But if you take your eyes off of where he is trying to send you, and you get distracted by that, then you're gonna lose focus, and that's
Yes.
all that boogie, boogie, boogie is trying to do is make you lose focus.
Mm-hmm.
The enemy does not care about me, nor you, nor anybody out there that's listening. Understand this. Let me make this clear. It don't give two flips about us. Satan, devil, enemy, whatever you want to call it, don't care about us. What it cares about is the vision and what God is trying to do in the bigger.
Yes. It's he all he want to do is distract us, get us off our path.
That's all.
Yep.
That's all.
Just- I know. I just got to keep my eye on God. I know everything that I went through, going through, it was necessary.
Yes.
It was necessary. It is necessary. And I am keeping my faith. And everybody out there, it's necessary for you to keep your faith.
Yes.
Keep pushing. Don't lose sight of God. It's hard. This journey is not easy, but it's worth it.
Amen.
It's worth
Amen.
it.
Amen. I thank you again. I thank you again, Miss Jones. Look here, y'all can she is the owner, founder, president, whatever else you want to call him, founder, president. She the Luv Jones. Y'all go and y'all go and support her. Y'all go and follow. You know, that's like any of the guests that I've ever had on here. Let me tell y'all this. Me and my big mouth, I'm gonna say what I say. Everyone that has come here has graced this table, has came here, and I tell them all. I'll be like, you know what? What Jesus say? What did he tell him? Feed my sheep. Each
Yes.
and every one has come here and they have opened their hearts. They've been transparent. They have been open. They have been honest, and they've shared their life. They've shared their story, and that's what it's about.
Mm-hmm.
What it's about is this: is that we've all gone through some things, but what the enemy has told us is whatever we've gone through, we need to keep it secret.
Yes.
We need to keep that and lock that away. See, that's that thing. See, but when we get to sharing with one another. We can encourage one another. We can uplift one another in this.
Yes, indeed. Because it's all about encouraging each other.
We must. See, I don't know why this thing keeps popping in my mind. That scripture says, if my people who are called by my name
Yes.
shall
Which
humble
is,
themselves, pray, and turn from their wicked ways.
yes.
See, part of that is being humble enough to say, you know what? I ain't so proudful about whatever happened in my life. I'm not so I'm not so at the point where God done took me from here to here, but I can't go back to my brother.
Yes.
Because he took me out the outhouse and now I'm in the White House. I can't look. No, no, no. See, he allowed you to make those steps so you could also go back and show the goodness of him that brought you from there to here.
Yes. It's necessary.
Mm.
It's necessary.
Because I know one thing for sure, Miss Jones. You know what? I know each and every one of us, whoever may be watching, whoever may be listening, whoever may, whatever. I know this for sure. Each and every one of us got tears on our pillow that don't nobody know about.
Woo, I know ooh,
Each
countless.
and every one of us
Yes, yes, yes.
has
But
dropped a tear on our pillow that
I
don't
think
nobody know about.
I thank God for being there to catch them because it's many nights I have cried. But
But I will
he was
say
there.
this, and I don't, and I usually try to end this thing, but I'm gonna hub it in. I will say this: is those tears was watering that field
Yes,
that's about to blossom.
yes,
Telling you, don't be ashamed of a tear.
yes.
Don't be ashamed of a tear. Mm, don't be ashamed.
You know, yeah, yeah.
He is I I I promise you, if anybody's out there, he will never leave us or forsake us. Even when we walk away from him, even when we walk away from him, understand this, and I'm gonna shut my mouth. Even when we walk away from him, he is still walking with us.
I'm living proof. I am living proof.
Even
God
when
has God has been with me the whole walk, my whole way, and I thank Him. Thank
mm,
Him. Whew, I should have been arrested and everything, but I thank Him. Like He has kept me.
yes, 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 yes,
Hmm.
yes. Well, anyway, look at Miss Jones. I done kept you long. Woo! No. Um, I thank each and every one of y'all for tuning in. Miss Jones, I thank y'all. I thank you so very much for coming here. I thank you for speaking honesty. I thank you for speaking transparent. I thank you for speaking truth. I thank you for your testimony. Um,
I
and
thank
I
you for
thank
having me.
man, it is. Whew, I tell you, I'm almost about to just turn this chair over like a over like a pew. I turn that thing over. Thank you again. And I tell y'all, let me get back in composure here. If y'all have an opportunity tomorrow night, I have another show coming, another guest tomorrow night. I have the mayor of Arcadia, Louisiana, is going to be gracing the table tomorrow night. I tell y'all, and I thank God that He has chosen me to be the vessel to deliver. I thank Him for this platform. I say it all the time, without a shadow of a doubt. He has breathed on this.
He
He has
really
breathed,
has.
and I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. Um, we come here to sow seeds, seeds of hope,
Mm-hmm.
seeds of encouragement, seeds of uplifting, seeds of support. I will walk this thing, and I will be here until he tells me no more.
I definitely pray He continues to bless you on your journey.
And I thank you. I thank you. I look. I received that. I received that. I receive it. I do. I do. I do. I thank you. It is a. It is to God be the glory. To God
Yes.
be the glory. So look here, we gonna get up out of here. Like I said, tomorrow night, if y'all have an opportunity tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, we got the mayor of Arcadia. He's gonna be up on the screen. He's gonna be right there, setting across from the old country boy. Until then, I love each and every one of you unconditionally, and there ain't nothing you can do about it. Miss Jones, I thank you. I thank you so very much. Many blessings, many prayers to you, and continued success.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.